Welcome back to the Dwarven fortress of Anvilquested, ladies and gentlemen. I am Marcus Aurelius, and we are being attacked by the forgotten beast Mifava Nawirini Larini Lini. Sounds like a Venetian merchant forgotten beast or something, but it is a gigantic blob composed of vomit. It has a long, straight tail, and it has a bloated body. Beware its poisonous vapors. Well, I would suspect that a ball of vomit would probably not smell too great, so that's some good advice. So we're probably going to try to take this one out utilizing our Marks Dwarves only, which probably should not be too difficult because it is a ball of vomit. However, we do have the sad distinction of having it appear in the second layer of the caverns, which means that our civilians are wandering around there right now, completely unsafe. So let's try to protect them before we profile a dwarf. Okay. So who do we have here? We have a few people wandering about. An unnamed dwarf. Another unnamed dwarf. There's Silverhaze II, but he's on his way out. Anyone down here? No, so things should be okay. Let's go to military alerts and set the civilians to a danger alert. And at that, we'll profile a dwarf. Okay. Dwarf number 28. That's Bucephalus, and we've already profiled him. 129. is Dreamslayer. So let's take a look at Dreamslayer here. Ah, Dreamslayer. Dreamslayer is the wife of Arvalorn Carpkiller, the younger sister of Torgar Hammerstriker and Croguy II, the older sister of Wicked Man the One, the niece of Byzantine, the aunt of Black Tweedy, Blue, the Etruscan, Alpha Blades, Blunderbuss, Captain Communism, Krager Kveldjarn, and Walder the Old. Cousins with Elena Starbreeze, Infinite, Camos II, Mr. Frodo, Garbud, Hammurabi, Maik the Liar, and Bloodruna, along with Madame Tentaclehammer and Crackshot, Bison, and Stephanos. Wow, what a large family. Alright, Dreamslayer. Dreamslayer Vodonut, or Sounded Mirrored. Dreamslayer is the creator of Wonder Rained, one of our artifacts. Dreamslayer is 96 years old in the unassigned cast. Within the last week, she felt nothing after witnessing death, horrified after witnessing death, and satisfied at work. Within the last season, she felt disgust after being nauseated by the sun, contentment after sleeping in a very good bedroom, contentment dining in a legendary dining room, and sadness at being separated from a loved one. She is an adequate furnace operator and a novice woodburner, and has some fishing skills that we don't currently utilize. Her highest mutable skill is Mason, so I suppose that the artifact that she created was a masonry-related artifact, though it must have been a possession because she did not receive legendary masonry as a result. She is slow to anger. She tends to be a little tight with resources when working. She has no ambition whatsoever. She has an active sense of humor and is very humble. She generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy. She can be very single-minded and is not particularly interested in what others think of her. She doesn't cling tightly to ideas and is open to changing her mind. She finds helping others emotionally rewarding and doesn't generally think before acting. She likes a little excitement now and then, but is offended by leisure time and leisurely living. She values self-control, she values tranquility, and a peaceful day. She dreams of creating a great work of art, and this dream has been realized. All right, cool. We must be careful not to waste, says Dreamslayer. What am I trying to do here? This mouse doesn't work on this. Holy moly, look at all the death. She is average in size. Her extremely narrow ears have great swinging lobes. Her very large irised round copper eyes are very wide set. Her nose is incredibly upturned. She has a broad, prominent chin, and her short hair is neatly combed. Her eyebrows are quite long. Her copper skin is slightly wrinkled. Her head is somewhat broad, and her hair is chestnut mixed with gray. Dreamslayer likes serpentine, silver, rock crystal, apricot wood, green glass, giant moose bone, sheep wool, rope reed fiber fabric picks, or rope reed fiber fabric and picks, not necessarily made out of rope reed fiber fabric, alpacas for their wool, and moose men for their large size. So she should be pretty happy here in this fortress because we have silver, we have rock crystal, we have alpacas, so we're doing pretty well. When possible, she prefers to consume raspberry wine, and she absolutely detests cave spiders. So that is Dreamslayer. Welcome. Well, not welcome, because you've been in the fortress for a while, but there's your profile. All right. So, who are you? Crow Guy II. You are in bad straits right now, buddy. But that's okay. We'll get our military assembled. So, squads. Gordosh and Daramos. You guys are going to move here. Bumchafes and McWinfield, you guys are going to move down here. Alright. So while they're getting ready, I'm going to make sure everyone is evacuated, and then I will perhaps raise the gate if we have time. Where's our beastie here? Okay, the beast is moving rather slow. So that is working in our favor. Oh gosh, who are you? Dr. Bacon. Dr. Bacon was wandering around in the south here because we've cut down a number of fungi wood trees and we've been digging out a bunch of marble, as you can see here. So he was probably trying to pick up one of those things. We did a pretty good mining operation here, I might say myself. But now we're in trouble. So hopefully Dr. Bacon will be able to flee and he'll be able to save his bacon. Come on, Dr. Bacon! You're gonna make it, buddy! Oh, yeah. I guess Vomit is not particularly fast at moving around. And our Marks dwarves are in place. We may not even have to raise the bridge. I assume that a giant pile of vomit will not be much of a threat. Oh, who are you? Bucephalus. Get out of here, Bucephalus. He just barely made it ahead of the giant rolling ball of vomit. Come on. Well, at least it is making its way toward our fortress. Some of the Forgotten Beasts just kind of idle around, and they don't necessarily go after your fortress. And that kind of stinks, because then you have to go out and find them. Oh, and our diplomat from the mountain home is also here. That's right. Tokshin is sitting at the trade caravan. Well, that's good. You guys can see what's going on. The world is the same as ever. Oh, thanks, Dwarven diplomat. Usual stuff. Leather. And lots of it. That's plenty. Cloth, yeah, we're making our own, but more is always acceptable. Yeah, that's regular stuff, okay? We have plenty of wood, plenty of metal. Seeds we could always use. Except for dimple cups. Bolts we can always use. Anything else? Drinks. Why not? I mean, we're making our own again, but more is always better. Meat. Why not? Just random stuff. Whatever you got. Okay. Sure, some fish, some lobster. Loach, guppies. Oh, and turtles, yes. Why not? Turtles are good. We have plenty of plant elements. So, garden vegetables we definitely want because we don't grow them on our own. So let's just get all of those. Okay. And lye, charcoal, potash, and coke. And that should be good. Thank you, Diplomat. Now let's get back to the battle at hand. Yes, I'm quite happy with my choices. Yes, I'm very good at that, yes. Alright, thank you, sir. Yes, we rise and fall together. Especially now that we're being attacked by a giant ball of vomit. Hopefully he doesn't choose to exit the fortress by the second cavern layer. That would be ill-advised. Alright. Here comes the giant ball of vomit. I'm confident in my Marks dwarves. Interesting that he's not leading a trail of vomit behind him. Okay, he's getting over the traps. The bolts should start flying at any moment. There they come. And one hit, ladies and gentlemen, was all it took. This might be the most underwhelming Forgotten Beast we have ever seen here at Anvilquested. Inactive civilization. Let's go back up to the surface and let's unsuspend our roads. Okay, going back to where we are. We might as well see who did it. Orthea. The flying iron bolt strikes the Forgotten Beast in the body, fracturing it. So if we were to go to Orthea, who is being stationed, we have to let her go. It would say, kills. She has 2 notable kills. Now remember I said in a previous episode that it requires 5 notable kills for a dwarf to gain a nickname. Or a nom de guerre, as they say in French, a name of war. And she has 2. She has a goblin at 155, and now finally Mifava, strife-bolted, the seduction of cats. The seduction of cats, really. The Forgotten Beast in 158, who of course, despite being completely pathetic, will get a memorial. Alright, military squads, A, B, H, and I, you guys can go back to training. It has been quite good knowing that you defended our fortress bravely. From all enemies, foreign and domestic. Okay. So let's go ahead and make that memorial. Despite how silly it is. I guess, yeah, here. We're not making wooden bolts. We should be using them to practice with. Alt-S will engrave a memorial slab. And we are going to... All of y'all already have memorials engraved to you. All these puppies. All these dead puppies. There it is. Mifava. We're going to memorialize you. Alright. Well, I don't normally show trading, but since that's kind of what we need to do right now. Toshin's at a party, so there won't be any training. So in the meantime, let's tell you what's been going on in the fortress recently. Well, Gotrek Gurnisson, who is now in the middle of an individual combat drill, has had a baby. Ooh, one notable kill. Good for you. Yes, now has Rotrek Copperson. Huh, since I already named them, I might have already done this in a video, but it's the youngest son now of Ronan Copperblade and Gotrek Gurnison. So Rotrek Copperson. What else has happened? Huga has named a steel spear. Let's take a look at that. He's watching a striking demonstration currently. And that's not what I wanted, actually. I want go to unit. There we go. And inventory. Let's see here. Utastromek. It's an exceptional steel spear with 3 kills. It means the aquamarine length. Very cool. And Fruitcake has named his or her, it's always hard to tell, steel shortsword. There's Fruitcake. Fruitcake is sparring right now. Great, that's what I want Fruitcake to do. And we've got Atano Thelest. No, we've already looked at that. That's his shield. This is Bim Avuz. Bim Avuz means the Sling of Mines, a steel shortsword, which is exceptional in quality. It has 6 kills, all done by Fruitcake, but none of them unfortunately notable. Or maybe, I don't know. But that's really all that's new. Let's take a look here. We've got 4 of our bridges completed. We have steel, silver, brass, and ley pewter. Those are the main metals that we can produce here in our fortress, and alloys. However, it has been brought to my attention, and I do know this, that some metals can be destroyed by flame, and some of the demons are flaming. So I'm thinking of doing another steel one here on this side, just because that will be resistant against the flames of the enemies, whereas these might burn down. They're pretty, but not entirely effective, which I would like them to be. Also, I'm kind of annoyed by all the cassiterite, so I think I'm going to smooth out all these walls, because I don't like looking at the little icon, which means there's metal there. It's just kind of visually unappealing to me, whereas if we smooth out the walls, they'll just look like brown walls. And on the advice of my viewers, I have moved my drawbridges back. They were originally going to be here, but now they're actually going to be here to provide even longer time period for them to be reached. And I haven't started doing this yet, but a gentleman by the name of ShortGuy422 has suggested that I create an automatic system to control the spikes in the fortress and them going up and down. This system involves a minecart on a mine track with numerous pressure plates and some ramps. It's all detailed in the Dwarf Fortress forums, and once I've completed the design of it, in that video, I'll provide a link to the thread. But thank you, Shortman. Appreciate it a lot. It's a cool little Dwarven engineering idea that I'm going to try. I'll probably build it around here somewhere, maybe up here. So it'll be close to the actual spikes. But that way, we don't need to use a dwarf to pull a lever to control the spikes going up and down. And the way it's designed is so neat because there's a certain amount of time that it takes the spikes to reset themselves. And the way it's built, the minecart just goes fast enough for that to work. So it's really cool. What else? Well, we're building some more roads, as I mentioned. Okay, Tokshin, are you ready to trade? No, you're still at a party. God, Tokshin. We need you to do work, friend, not party. Like it's 1999. Let's see. Tokshin. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to... There you go. Oh, wow. He's way down in the metal area. Tokshin Tombs fed. He has dabbling discipline. Yeah, no crap. Instead of working, he's at a party. Actually, it's just him and 2 other guys. Daikiasune and Ursula. So it's like a party of the founders of Anvilquested. Minus, of course, Marcus Aurelius, who's busy making armor, and Katarina von Ulm, who is dead, and Daz, who is busy making leather. And they just seem to be ambling around. What are they doing? They're just kind of wandering back and forth. They're not eating anything. A child has joined them. Litast. Let's see. Marcus Aurelius down here doing his stuff. It's actually Grumzub making some crafts. There's Crom the Historian. So no, I don't see Marcus. Is this Marcus? No, that's Infinite. So Marcus is probably being lazy too. God, all these lazy dwarves. Let's see here. Marcus Aurelius. He's also attending a party. Oh, wonderful. A different party? Yes. So Marcus is attending a party down in the Great Hall, along with Sanctum Stone II, the Fundorf, and that's it. So apparently Marcus is not... Oh, and Dr. Quacksalver's here too. So Marcus is not participating in the same party as the other 3 founders of Anvilquested. He is doing his own thing. And we're running low on drinks, but I'm taking steps to address that. As you can see here, I have many drinks. Oh, and we're pretty much done with all of our stuff. So here's what I've been doing lately, just so you all can catch a glimpse of it. I've been making as much steel as I can. So I just keep creating orders where I make pig iron. Make pig iron bars. I do 30 of them. And I do 2 orders of that. And then after that, I do steel. And I do 2 orders of that. And then, of course, I use that steel to make... Well, I'm going to eventually make bolts. I'm not doing it right now because I don't want my Mark stores to use the steel bolts on things that aren't demons. But I will eventually make steel bolts, and I'm making steel spikes, and I'm making steel armor and weapons for my military. But that is what the steel is going to be used for. And I'm going to make a bunch of steel bridges. But it wouldn't be Marcus Aurelius who does that. It would be whichever one of our unassigned gets the job. So we're ready to go with that. I should probably make some more clothing too. As you can see, our beautiful tree farm is expanding. Now look at how many trees we have. We have quite a few. I actually don't even want to cut them down. I enjoy looking at them. And I have plenty of trees elsewhere that I can cut down. Still nothing, however, in the 1Z level portion. So I can't say with any certainty that a 2Z level or 3Z level would not be able to grow trees, but I can say that 1Z level is not enough. And I guess that's that. I'll do my trading off screen, and if anything exciting happens, I will bring you back in the next episode. So once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. Oh look! Somebody brought some soap up here to the well. So at least they're using that. Doesn't appear to be using this soap, though. Anyways, I am Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.